Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is April 4th, 2021. Happy Easter, everybody. So we have 32 names today, 4 potential short squeezes on top of that. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Also appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and I appreciate all the interaction. So leave me a comment below of what you guys liked in this video. So thank you very much. Let's get going. Um, Here we go. Here's the cues. Quick market overview. This was this. So my face doesn't screw things up here. Here was the double bottom, the breakout, the pullback, the retest, and now it's making the right side of a base. So with that being said, do I think, oh, and this was the downtrend line that I was watching in the last video that we talked about. Price broke above that, then it gapped up higher and closed near the top of this range. Obviously, this 325 area is probably the next really important level. Do I know if what do I think is going to happen? I have no idea, but very constructive action also under the surface. In my state of the market video, I go over some intermarket analysis that kind of says this is a very healthy market, and most likely this will be the right side of a base, and everything's going to be a-okay. So time to really get back in the market and find some stocks. So here we go. 32 of these guys. These are some of my favorites. Let's take a look. First one is Vuzi, V-U-Z-I, Vuzix Corporation. Had this beautiful consolidation over here. I mean, just screamed higher, and now it's consolidating again. And this type of accumulation volume really gets my attention. So love this one, Vuzi. SLQT. Here was a recent IPO, kind of broke out. It got real choppy and loose in here, started to tighten up, and now it looks like it's breaking up from this downtrend triangle-ish line. Really good volume showing up, so looks pretty good. I think it's a nice place to manage risk against this $28, $29 level. Apps is still on here too. It's had a big run already, and it looks great though. It held up amazing. Hasn't quite broken out yet, so we definitely have to get above, this 95-ish level. May contend with that $100 level again. So once it gets over 100, I think that's more the buyable area. I could probably even move this up here like that, something like this. Yeah, but it's setting up and it looks pretty good. There's always been some pretty good accumulation in this particular name, so I'd have to get over 100 for sure. UPST, Upstart. Love this name. Newer IPO, and it is consolidating this huge move, right? I mean, it gave literally nothing back. When you see something like that, it's really got to catch your eye. Just seeing, it's got to catch your eye. Here's a VWAP from the gap day, and you see that price is still above that. So that's awesome. Love this name. That's UPST. Another one that is high on my watch list, PubMatic. So newer IPO name, and is really just kind of consolidating, chopping, whatever you want to call it. But now it's starting to move. Now it's a 17% day up, which is awesome. Again, you could, like a lot of these names that went through different types of corrections, you can maybe say that was a downtrend line of some sort. I'm sure we put it in there somewhere. Either way, don't love that line. It's starting to make the right side of the space, and good chance at this point it's going to move higher. I run 3 scans every night, and on Thursday, this name was actually on all 3 of my scans, which has never happened actually. It's first time, so it definitely got me interested. That's PUBM. LPRO, open lending. Yeah, LPRO. This one again, newer IPO name, beautiful uptrend, and just went sideways and consolidated these gains. Now look at this. You have huge volume here, some big volume coming in here. That says a lot. So this one is very close to being actionable. Again, above 43 doesn't mean it's going straight there. May need to chop around a little bit, but I think when this breaks out, I think this one, there's some nice participation here by somebody. So we like that one. LPRO, ORGO, which is Organogenesis Holdings. Again, a nice, beautiful uptrend. There was the breakout, right? Somewhere in this $4 or $5 range. And then it went straight up, basically. And now it says pulled back, lighter volume. And then on Thursday, the last trading day of the week, it really had some volume come in and moved up pretty quickly. So love the way that this is looking, very healthy. It's a $20 stock, so it's still very reasonably priced as far as that goes. I don't do a lot of fundamental analysis. Most of my analysis is technical, but all these names have growth stories. So let's take a look here. Future is next. This one was ridiculous from the end of December all the way to, call it February 19th. All right. And then it's kind of now pulled back and consolidate these gains. And if you go to the weekly, you have this kind of, it's not the textbook high tape flag, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it is actually. Yeah. So to me, this is a high tape flag. And so this could be a huge winner going forward. And it has already started to break out, kind of retested that trend line, lower volume, and this looks really good. That's future. Love that one. Next up is EQT. And EQT, not the fastest mover. Chopped around, kind of moved up, chopped around again. If it gets over 1976 or so, $20, it looks good. The thing that catches my attention is that there's a lot of accumulation going on in this name, so I kind of like that. VCEL, which is VCEL, which is Vericel Corporation. So basically, it had this nice, long, huge consolidation, right over here, and then it broke out pretty nicely and moved up, back. But then look at this. Like, this is eye-catching right here. Love this. So a lot of big players starting to come in. Chances are this is just the beginning of their buying, not the end of their buying. If you notice too, also, as it moves sideways, lower volume. I think VCEL has a lot of potential right here. WBT, which is well built. Just go to weekly, make my life easy. Weekly chart. You can see this has been an area of prior support resistance. Look at the amount of volume coming in. Pretty impressive. Shows it right in here really well. Shows it right in here really well. Lots of nice green skyscrapers. If it gets above 17 and a quarter, 1750, I think this one can move much higher. WBT. A lot of airlines made my scam, so I would just go with the ETF for me personally. So that's what I'm going to show. But you see the amount of volume coming in airlines as a reopening play. Above the 23-day EMA, good accumulation. I think airlines could go higher. If you want to pick an individual, great, go for it. If not, Jets, JETS is the ETF that I like for that. And being a Dolphin fan, I hate saying JETS. All right, let's keep going. All right, 4, shift for payments. Just stair-stepping higher. All right, pulled back, low volume, and now starting to move higher again. It's kind of a falling wedge-ish look to it. So this one's already moving higher. Again, good accumulation, volume coming in. That's FOUR. Pins had this just long consolidation. While everything was correcting, pins went sideways. That tells you a lot about pins. Had a couple real nice days back to back. So that looks good. This one looks like, it wants to move higher also. There'll be some maybe overhead supply in here, so it may not go straight up, but I think this one has higher prices in its future. OSH, Oak Street Health, OSH. So this one, this one's a little bit loose. So, but it's hard to ignore that type of accumulation. So I don't like the looseness of it, but love the accumulation, breaking the downtrend line. I mean, it looks pretty good. The VWAP from the IPO date. So I mean, I would definitely maybe take a smaller position because of the looseness of this one. It can go down 11% just as easy. It goes up 7 or 4, whatever it went up. Just be careful with it. But again, beautiful accumulation, maybe a longer term hold. Next up, TXG. This is 10x Genomics. So had this kind of support area, important area, whatever you want to call it, right over here. It's retested it. It broke through it back in March, and now it's come back above it. Again, look at this volume. Even on this big down move, right, the next day, boom, the buyers came in. Like, that's exactly what you want to see. This is bad, right? We don't want to be doing this area. But now, this is a change of character. And it's back above its 23-day EMA. It's moving higher. A couple real nice days back to back. I think this one has the potential. MFE, New Fortress Energy. No idea if energy stocks continue to go higher, but this one looks pretty darn good. Nice accumulation volume coming through. That was earnings. It starts to prove itself above 57-ish. I think it does that. AXNX, Exonics. Again, a little bit more of a looser type movement, but I do like that it kind of had a decrease in volume as it moved sideways. And then on the update, it was a huge amount of volume. So nice accumulation. This one looks pretty good. Boom, retested, moving higher, stair stepping higher. It looks nice. AHCO, Adapt Health. Very similar, like many of my charts, has this nice area of consolidation. It is now trying to get back above. If it gets above, $39.75, $40, somewhere around there, I think it's a nice place to manage risk against. Obviously, right over here, somebody big bought into it. They started buying maybe back here, or a couple people bought into it. Who knows? But I like these big bars right here. That tells me that it's probably going to be supported. INMG, in mode. So this was kind of like here's your base, and here's another base, and I could probably put something like that in there, right? So when it breaks out, or if it breaks out above 77, I think that's the place to manage risk. You look at the volume. Overall, it's been pretty nice accumulation volume going on in this name. So INMD. PLAB is next. This is Photronics. Photronics, came back, from, what was the highs there? $16, went all the way down to $8, so it got cut in half, then had to rebuild its base. And that's what this is. This is base building. Gigantic volume skyscrapers coming in here. So we like that one a lot. If it can break out above 1350, I think this one could go much, much higher. Again, I really love how many skyscrapers are in here. Nice. On semiconductor. So again, big base. It went up, broke out, basing again, and now starting to break out. Beautiful accumulation going on. Semiconductors as a sector is really, really strong right now. So this one would be my play for this name. There's been others that people are looking for, but this one's actionable currently, so I like that. Next up is MGNX, Macrogenics. So We've talked about this one before too. This is just an amazing move right there, 230%, and it's now gone sideways since May 2020. It hasn't done much, but now we're going and testing that again, and look at this nice green volume coming in here. So that looks really, really good. If it can break out above 33.50, 33.75, this one could be a nice long. CNX, Century Aluminum. Again, just the accumulation took my attention here. Would have to probably get back above something like that for me to be involved. But obviously, there's some people that are buying into this name. GPRE. Yeah, Green Plains. I talked about this one last week. It moved without me, and that's what you want to see, right? Breakout on volume, closing near the highs. So now, if this potential pulls back on low volume, that would be the potential entry. Again, we talked about it last week, though. I hope somebody got a hold of this one. I did not. FLL. Yeah, so just kind of consolidated a little bit here from, what is this? From February. And so looking for the breakout, right? $9.35, $9.50, somewhere around there. That would be good. PXD. This is Pioneer Natural Resources. And nice uptrend, sideways movement, lots of accumulation going on in here. So if you're looking for a non-tech play, I think PXD could be your choice. CPE. This is Kellan Petroleum, another energy play. Again, amazing accumulation showing up in here in an uptrend. Yeah, so all it has to do is get above this area, and it looks really good. ACLS broke out, gigantic volume, somewhere in there. Good accumulation volume has been going on in this name. And now you have to wait for the pullback. If it comes back and retests somewhere in this area, let the 23-day catch up. That looks good. Brada is an aerospace name, but again, it's a big up. Nice consolidation, low volume. And look at these big skyscrapers. Looks like people are buying into this name. That's Rada. SI, Silvergate Capital. Just amazing run. Now it's consolidating. Still accumulation going on, so that looks really nice. MKOPN is my last one in this group. Same look to it. I think Brad from Twitter calls these dragon heads, but it's basically a consolidation within an uptrend. Kind of looks like a dragon head, and looking for the continuation higher. Again, pretty good accumulation going on within this kind of basing type. All right, got 2 minutes left to go over my short squeeze. Love is back on there. I actually got out of this name, but I'm looking to get back into it because it's done nothing wrong, really. Just kind of consolidated sideways during all the turbulence we had. Again, nice accumulation going on in this name. Earnings on the 15th, so watch your position size if you do take one. Soli is another one I really like. It broke out, kind of consolidated, and now it's trying to move higher. This one looks really good. Playboy, PLBY. Just gigantic move here, right? Looks like it came back into the market as a SPAC or something. Gigantic move here on volume. Again, extended, so wait for it to come back. Pick your your spot. And the last one was actually PubMed, which I talked about earlier, which was on all three scans. So it was on this one too. Has a decent short float. So again, it's moving higher. It looks good above all the VWAPs. So I like that one a lot. All right. I hope you liked it. That was 32 names with 4 short squeeze potential names. PubMed being Pumatic being the duplicate in there. Good luck this week. Again, grab a piece of paper, write them down, make the trade your own. Also, I did an interview with Ben from Twitter. He's at Pattern Profits. It was a really great interview on Friday, and I just released it. So check out my channel for that. Hope you all have a great day today. Hope good luck trading this week. Hopefully the market will be friendly. Take care.